The Cruise by Catherine Cooper, published by HarperCollins, and this is a novel that takes place in the Caribbean, mainly, aboard a cruise liner that is huge. It's called the Immanis, and it's worth looking up what Immanis means in Latin. And there is also a backstory that takes place in the first couple of decades of the 21st century across Great Britain. So here we have the Immanis. It is a huge cruise ship. I think it can carry 6,000 people. It's several stories high, in fact higher, taller than the Eiffel Tower, and actually it sounds like an absolute nightmare stuffed full of people. But in fact it's laid up because there's some renovations or refurbs going on, and so there's only a skeleton crew. But what has happened is that Lola, one of the crew members, has been seen falling overboard. They do go to look for her, but they cannot find her at all. And of course this upsets the crew members, it changes dynamics. We meet several crew members, we meet the Michelin star chef, and there are innumerable restaurants, not all Michelin star, but enough restaurants to cater for all these thousands of people. And there are actors and acrobats and dancers. And, it is like a little suburbia travelling across the seas, full of people potentially, but an awful lot is going on. So back in the early years of the 21st century, we meet Anna. Anna has been brought to hospital because she seems to have been knocked over, and she has lost her memory, and she doesn't know who she is. She can't remember her name. But gradually the police find that she was living with her father, living quite a sheltered life, very hugely protected. She was homeschooled. We learn a little bit about her childhood, how she began to sort of spread her wings. She tried to have a relationship with a local boy, and life was actually very, very, very difficult, and there is a huge backstory to her existence, her life with her father. And of course the whole point of the book is how these two stories come together. Now, I read this book by the ocean, so not quite aboard a cruise ship, but it bowls along really nicely. You get a really good sense of what it's like to be in a huge ship. You get this good backstory, and of course the two come together. So if you're looking for something like a poolside read, then I think The Cruise by Catherine Cooper will hit the nail on the head, and it's very enjoyable, and it bowls along really good at a good rate.